carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Gurley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Makes the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first. Here's Kerry, man from Auburn, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Stafford on first down. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Stafford. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them, and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes just through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
He was taken down at the 50.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the and he's going to go down again.
Matt Ryan sacked.
Reggie Ragland picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The Lion ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again, Peterson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we'll again see Calvin Ridley in the Falcon offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Ryan to the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops it behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing is Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Stafford's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Stafford on third down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Stafford able to find Hockenson for a Lion first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Stafford's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Ryan back into his end zone. To the right side and complete to Hurst. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 2nd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Ryan. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there, so it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Stafford gets it quickly to Galladay. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Detroit.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Quintez Cephas there to make the grab. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Powell on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
To Julio Jones.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Man open, here is Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Throwing now is Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Julio Jones has averaged 90 receiving yards per game every season since 2013. And when you factor in that every game plan calls for them double and triple covering him, yet he's still putting up those kind of numbers, that tells you.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he'll bang that one through. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
So Stafford and the Lions now down 31-28, a minute 4 on the clock. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up first and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Stafford now to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. He gets this complete to Cephas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. One last throw here for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
28.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
W